Yeah, I've been so stressed out lately. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I had a flood in my house last month. So a pipe burst in my bathroom and water spilled into four separate rooms. So I had to replace the floors. I had to call a plumber. They brought in like 15 of these big drying machines. They have to dry the walls and the floor so you don't have any mold. And those machines are in the house for like 9 days, and it's extremely, extremely loud. And not only that, they have to take up, require special power, so they take up the outlets in for the oven and the fridge and things like that. I mean, it was so bad that my kids and my wife actually slept at my mom's house during that whole period. Then you had to call my insurance provider, and of course, that's always a process. It wasn't actually too bad, but we had to have the floors ripped up. I mean, the entire floor, right? The entire floor was ripped up on, that first floor. It's a two-story house, and we had to wait for those insurers to come, which took a few days. Then you had to order a new floor and just go to a shop and everything, which took 2 weeks for those guys to get the materials and another week to install. So my floor was just a dusty pile of cement pretty much for most of August. And now after the floors are put in, we decided, hey, you know what? Let's paint the walls because we have to paint all the baseboards anyway. So we said, okay, let's just we'll paint the walls and everything. Need a paint job. So we decided to paint the bathroom, living room, kitchen, separate rooms. Now the color of my bathroom is doctor's office blue. And I call it that because my wife chose the color when I came home one day and she was like, oh, what do you think? I like it. I said, I feel like going to the bathroom in the doctor's office. So I call it doctor's office blue. And outside of the bathroom, our living room, we have an accent wall that used to be painted magenta, like a purplish red color. And it's just one wall in our living room. Getting to the point here. So we decided to change it. So you know what? Let's change it. It's a little bit dark. Let's change it to a nice grayish blue color. It's like a really nice, gives the house a beachy feel since we're out close to the ocean. So my painters come in and I tell them, hey, I want the accent wall painted with a new grayish blue paint, right? That I actually bought already. We bought it 2 months ago. My wife and I were going to paint it ourselves, but we figured, hey, let's let these guys do it. And I told them to paint the bathroom with the same doctor's blue color, right? So I had half a can left of that. So very simple, right? The other can was brand new. That's the grayish. That's what we want in the accent wall. And they're like, sure, Frank, no problem. We can do that. Now, my wife is always running errands every day. She's taking the kids to school, picking them up around 2 p.m., driving them cheerleading, gymnastic, music classes, chess. I swear my kids do more shit than most adults do in a lifetime. But they all, they love this stuff. My wife loves to keep them busy. Anyway, with me working and my wife, basically running around, the painters were in the house by themselves. So when we both got back around dinner time, we noticed something strange. The painters painted our accent wall with the wrong color. So they painted it Dr. Office blue. The color that, obviously me calling that, I'm not crazy about it. Instead of that really nice grayish, light blue color that we told them to do. What a freaking surprise, right? I got a quick reminder that we're in Florida again. Anyway, so they had to repaint the wall, and they're actually still painting my house right now, which I think they're on like day 5. So it seems kind of long to me. I think it's like 4 to 5 rooms, but 5 days of just, that's all you're supposed to do. Give me 5 days, I'll paint an entire house. I mean, if that's the only thing that I'm doing, I'm just surprised it's taking that long. But they come in at 10, have an hour lunch, smoke breaks, and leave around 4:30. That's kind of the normal here in Florida. Yes, I wish, and I know a lot of you wish you had those hours, but we don't. So when my wife and I saw that the color of the accent wall was wrong, we were obviously really ticked off. So remember, our house has been a wreck for a month due to that flood, and now it's taken another week or so to paint, and there's drapes everywhere, and the house is a complete mess. It gets to you in a while. Every time you walk through the front door, it feels like you're living in a shack because everything's just torn up. So, we're kind of losing patience as well. So my wife's like, whatever. She's pissed off. She's like, you know what? I'm going to run. I'm going to get a coffee. I'm going to go to Dunkin' Donuts. So she goes in. She takes the kids there. Decides, you know what? I'm going to move for a bagel. Dunkin' Donuts has been open for 8 years over here. And coming from New York, we love our bagels. Dunkin' Donuts don't even compare, but there's not a lot of place to get bagels. And, sometimes she'll be like, all right, I get a great bagel over there. That's fine. So my wife asks for 3 poppy seed bagels toasted. And Dunkin' Donuts, at least by us, never had poppy seed bagels. They never had them. So my wife said that by accident because, we love poppy seed bagels, which she meant to say was sesame. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, I meant sesame. And the guy's like, no, we have poppy. And my wife's like, wait a minute. You didn't have it for 8 years. He's like, no, we've had it for the last 10 years. And she's like, oh, all right. She knows the guy's full of shit. He's like, all right. We've been coming here. I'm telling this. So she's in the drive-thru and she tells the guy, she's like, all right, just give me, 3 poppy seed bagels toasted then. So she gets home and she opens a bag and It's 3 toasted bagels, and they're all sesame seeds. Now, my wife has a pet peeve, and we all have them, so I'm not making fun of her. I hate when people wear those dumb neck pillows around the airport terminals. I don't care if you're wearing them on a flight. I get it, but I don't know. I just want to take it off and throw it down the terminal. For some reason, that just bothers me a lot. I know I sound weird, but we all have our pet peeves. My wife, her biggest pet peeve is when she orders takeout, and if she gets home, the order is wrong. Now, imagine buying a brand new car, and you just drove it to your home to show your family. You want to show it off. It's amazing. And before you even get to the house, another car comes roaring down the street, crashes it, completely totaling it. Think of how pissed off you would be if that happened. Now, times that by 100, right? That's how mad my wife gets when someone messes up the food on her when she gets home. She goes crazy, which, by the way, happens like 75% of the time in Florida. She calls a guy at Dunkin' Donuts, gets the guy on the phone, and she starts kind of going off on him because the guy was a little obnoxious, telling her, we serve poppy seed bagels for 10 years. So the guy's like, I did give you poppy seed bagels. And my wife's like, there's sesame seed. And apparently the guy doesn't know the difference between poppy and sesame. Again, no surprise. But to see my wife's reaction is awesome. So this happened on Monday, and now we have yesterday, right? My wife's driving the daughters to school. Again, the house is still a wreck. She's still pissed off about the painters, which, she does, and we do have every right to be. It's taken a long time. And after she drops the kids off, a few hours later, they call in and say, Brianna, my oldest daughter, has pink eye. We need to take her home. We don't want everyone else to get it. And I get it. I understand that. Like, if you have something contagious, I don't want, usually it's the right thing to do as a parent is, hey, if you got something contagious, whatever it is, a cold, sit them out for a couple of days. This way the whole entire school doesn't get it. I mean, it's different when you're really young, but she's 12 years old. So my wife's like, she doesn't have pink eye. We just have tons of dust in the house right now because, the sanding the walls and stuff like that. And she has allergies and she was rubbing her eye. That's why it's red. So the person at the school says, really? If she's allergic, then why is it only one eye that's red? So my wife's like we don't know our daughter, right? So my wife drives to school, picks up my daughter, notices the principal there. So apparently the lady at the front desk who told her this, who thinks my daughter has pink eye, told the principal, who was really cool, by the way, but she must have told her because my wife was questioning, saying, do we really have to take her out of school? And the principal was like, yeah, you should take her out of school, whatever. So wife immediately takes her out, goes right to the doctor. Got to pay $30, wait 30 minutes. Doctor sees my daughter and says she doesn't have pink eye. Right? So he's about to write the doctor's note. My wife's like, could you do me a favor? Could you write in big bold letters that Brianna does not have pink eye? She is not contagious. The doctor actually did that, like right on the note. So my wife's going to talk to the lady at the front desk again, which is today, and hand her that note. And I'm telling you, I wish I could be there when my wife gives that lady a note because my wife's really cool. She doesn't hold back. She's not fake. She doesn't like someone. She doesn't talk to them. If she likes you, she'll give you the shirt off her back. But when she gets pissed, watch out. I've been there. I know. It's pretty impressive, actually. It's really cool. Just like if everyone gets angry and pissed off. So I'm not picking on her because she does have every right to be really pissed. Anyway, sorry for the long, drawn-out story here, but it's been really stressful over the past few months. We're launching several new products over the next 45 days. Got a lot to look forward to. Just closed our security token offer for Cursor equity owners, so very busy at work, as you guys know, just like all of you are these days, right? We're all working hard for our families. But man, when you just throw in the family stuff and all things going on with the house, whew, gets a little crazy sometimes. I could see why marijuana is just getting bigger and bigger these days. People looking to relax and calm down. But it is crazy out there. Just need time to distress. And you know what? That's why I love this podcast. It's like therapy to me. I say it all the time. Just gets everything off my chest. You guys like family. You know everything about me. But now that I get that off my chest, sorry you had to listen to all of my nonsense and personal nonsense, which I share with you. But now I feel much better. And it's back to work. And I'm laser focused, which is a great thing for you.